Hello and welcome to the Trend Micro CTF 2020 Raimund Gaines Cup virtual finals opening ceremony. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is John Perez. I'm with the Trend Micro leadership team with the threat and vulnerability research team, and also one of the hosts for the event. We've got some other folks on the line that are also helping us to host, and we'll be working with you for the next 22 hours or so. So again, welcome everyone to our virtual finals, and let's get started. The Raimund Gaines Cup CTF 2020 finals are presented by Trend Micro Research and with support from the Zero Day Initiative. So real quickly, just wanted to do a quick recap of the 2020 qualifier to how we got here today. Kind of as a review. As everyone knows, 2020 has been a very difficult year for everyone, and you know, whether or not we thought about whether or not we should do the event in its present form or whatnot. But we have to say that we had a very good turnout in both the summer, and you know, glad that everyone's here to enjoy the rest of the year with us. So you know, a couple of stats we wanted to share. For the online qualifier, we had 718 teams that were registered, over 800 individual players, representing 66 countries and regions. We know by far that there are other CTFs that are much larger, but you know, we are definitely, this is our 6th year, we're growing. But the thing that we do really like to talk about is the fact that this is a global event, both representation of the players and the folks that put the event on come from all over the world to put this event on. So, you know, very proud of that fact. And every year we've been growing in terms of the countries and regions that have been represented. So you can see the map there, definitely from all around the world. So we'd like to start off with just an executive welcome message. So we do have a message from Max Chang, who is a Chief Core Technology Officer and CIO for Trend Micro, and he had a few words that he'd like to share with everyone before we get started in the competition. So.
Welcome everyone, virtually together to join Trend Micro 2020 CTF Final Ceremony 9. First, I want to thank you for everybody to participate in Trend Micro 2020 CTF virtually under this special pandemic time. And I know it's not easy, but we make it, everybody work together, even under the virtual situation. And at this special time, as everybody know, we need a security expert more than ever because of pandemic create a lot of environment, huge workforce working from home. It also create a needs for those personnel who never use the internet because of new lifestyle, they need to go to the internet. And that become a very easy and a soft spot, soft target of the attacker. So attacker, big guy, it's not resting at the pandemic time. They are continuing to leverage this golden opportunity to create the problem, to attack the innocent people in the cyber world. So therefore, I think this time, the cyber world is 10 times riskier than ever. And that is the main reason Trend Micro hosts the CTF event. We want to use the CTF event as a tool to give back our security expert to our security expert community, not only for the competition of the CTF only, but by creating a platform for all the security experts can come together, collaborate, and network, and we can work together a bigger security expert community to make a better digital cyber world. And that is our main objective. And lastly, I would like to say thank you for everybody's ongoing support and participate at CTF. And I hope I can see you in 2021, face to face for the CTF event. So thank you very much. Enjoy the night. Thank you.
So after that message from Max, wanted to go into a few items, introduce the teams, and just talk a little bit about the competition. So first is a reminder, what is at stake? in the competition today. So as you remember, the top 3 teams out of all the ones that are invited, they're definitely going for the prizes at the end of the day. So third place, again, for 200,000 Japanese yen for the third place team. For the second place team, we got 300,000 Japanese yen. And for the first place team, 1 million Japanese yen, as well as ZDI bonus, the equivalent of bronze for each team member. And in addition, it's something that we wanted to talk about, and we will talk a little bit about it at the closing ceremony, is the winner of today's event, the 2020 champion. We would like to extend an automatic invitation to our 2021 finals. The first 5 years that we've had the event, we had the finals in Tokyo. We've got some great plans for next year. And, because of the situation we've been in this year, we definitely want to include, so the winner of this event does get an automatic invitation to the in-person finals next year in 2021. So that's what's at stake today in the next 22, 23 hours of competition. So with no further ado, let's get to the team introductions. So we will introduce the team in order of qualifier placement from the online qualifiers. So our first team from Romania. Team Pondaibai. Our second team was a finalist last year in the 2019 CTF finals. Please welcome from Korea, Team Code Red. Our third team was also a finalist last year in our 2019 finals. Please welcome from China, Team Whitesard. Our fourth team is a first-time finalist to our Trend Micro CTF event. Please welcome from the United States, the Defaced. Our next team, the number 5 spot, is a 4-time finalist and the defending 2019 champion. Please welcome from Poland, Team P4. And our number 6 spot, another veteran of our event. This is their 5th appearance to our event. Please welcome from Korea, Reverse Lab. Our 7th team is a 2nd-time finalist with us. Last year, they came to us by way of a regional qualifier, and this year came through in the regular online qualifiers. Please welcome from Egypt, Team Rebellions. Number 8 team is also 2nd-time finalist in our event. Please welcome from Korea, Team GYG. Our number 9 team, also a 2nd-time finalist with our event. Please welcome from Canada, Team Maple Bacon. And the final team that came through our online qualifier this year, it's a first-time finalist in our event. Please welcome from Italy, Team TRX. Now, in previous years, starting a couple of years ago, we started to invite teams from some various regional events that we have around the world. This year, we didn't have as many regional events just because of the situation that everyone's been facing. But we did happen to have an Arab and Africa regional cybersecurity event, a very large event that we put on in the Middle East. And we have 2 teams that were invited to join us as winners of that event. So for the first team from Lebanon, please welcome Team Reputable Craniums. And the second team, also a first-time finalist, representing Egypt. Please welcome Team ReverseSec. Now that we've introduced all the teams, just want to go over a couple of score review and housekeeping items before we get ready for the final event. So first, we did want to remind everyone that this event is a dynamic value Jeopardy event. So this is something that we introduced in our 2019 finals. For those folks that are, veteran CTF teams, there are other events that do use a similar type of scoring system. And basically the way it works is the score value of the challenge changes based on how many teams solve the challenge. So essentially, the more people that solve the challenge, the more your score changes. So that leads to different strategies. Towards the end of the event, or in the middle of the event, teams start to have a choice to whether or not do you want to score in a challenge that hasn't been solved and try to get higher points, or do you try to solve one that someone else has solved and dilute the leader's points. So there's various strategies to do that. So one of the questions, if you start to see your score go down, it's because other people have solved those same ones. So it does change throughout the event. There are first blood reward points, and that is 10 points. So for the first team that does solve it, you do get those 10 points, and those do not decay over time. So here's the chart just to refresh everyone again. This information was sent out a little bit, several days ago for the teams. And just as a reminder, every challenge, when we open the event, every challenge will be worth 500 points. And based on how many teams solve the challenge, the amount of points that you get change, or they decay over time. Now the baseline, or the bottom, the minimum point level is 100 points. So once 11 teams, and if 11 and 12 score it, then you will get at least a minimum of 100 points. So anywhere between 500 and 100 points are the scores that you would see for any given challenge. So just a few last announcements. Again, all announcements will be made in Discord. So if you have not yet joined, or you haven't done that, please do that. There are going to be quite a few important announcements right when we start the event. There are a couple of challenges that have unique credentials. So we will be posting those in each of your team channels when we start the event. So please look out for that. If you do have any questions, please use the @admins mention for questions. That will get a hold of any of the admins. Please don't do direct messaging or anything, because we do have rotations of different admins that will be at different times. So if you do the @admins mention, you will make sure to get a hold of someone. Now, please don't ask for hints. Hints or clarifications or thing of that nature. Please, refrain on the admins when you do have some feedback you want to share. Most of the time we will respond if it's something, if something is not working, one of the URLs are not working, or something to that effect. In terms of hints, the way we will handle that is, obviously we are going to watch during the event to see, different submissions and challenges. We do see in real time the answers that people are submitting, so we can give an idea of where people are. So don't ask, or please don't ask am I on the right track, or things like that, because we're not going to answer. So just assume that you're hopefully you're on the right track. But the way we will handle hints is that once it is posted, we will post it for all, and we will make an announcement in the Discord room that a challenge will have a hint. The other way that we do want to make sure that we let everyone know that once a challenge has been solved, we will no longer give hints, because we have the dynamic Jeopardy scoring, and it does affect other people. It wouldn't be fair that once someone solves it, because anytime who solves it after that actually affects the scores of others. So once someone has solved it, we will no longer give hints for a particular challenge. So that, just to let everyone know. The score server will open at the top of the hour at 3 o'clock Japan Standard Time. So that's when so after the opening ceremonies, you'll have a few minutes to get all the neat things that you need. Get a cup of coffee, shake cobwebs up if you're just getting up, depending on what part of the world you're in. So we will open at 3 o'clock, and then we will close the score server in 22 hours after that at 1 o'clock on December 20th, on Sunday, Japan Standard Time. Shortly after that, we will take about half an hour to gather the statistics and get everything that we need. And then we will have at 1:30 excuse me, 1:30 JST, we will have the closing ceremonies where we will announce the winners of the event. We will post the Zoom link. It will be a different link, but we will post it towards the end of the event in Discord, and we'll make the announcement there. Feel free to post on social media. So, our hashtag TrendMicroCTF or, TrendMicroCTF is our Twitter. One thing we would like to ask is, for the teams, I believe all of the teams, or at least the team leaders, have received the t-shirts, the Trend Micro t-shirts, the CTF t-shirts. If you are wearing them, even if you're not wearing them, feel free to take some pictures, share them online, if your team in action, just doing some work. I know everyone's going to be busy working on the challenges, but if you have some time to share some photos with us, we definitely love to have them. So, please feel free to share anything that you want to do on social media during the event. And we'll be sharing some things as well for the public on Twitter as well. So that's it for the opening ceremonies. Again, on behalf of the team, thank you very much for attending the event. We have a lot of folks that have put a lot of effort into trying to make this a great event for you. Hopefully, you enjoy yourselves. At the end of the day, it's a game, it's a competition, it's something to have fun, and it's difficult, but at the same time, we really do hope you enjoy yourself. So, good luck to all the teams involved. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to us on Discord. That is going to be the main place that we do everything in terms of our communication with the teams. And as I mentioned, at the top of the hour, the score server will open officially, and it'll be time to go. All challenges will be open from the very beginning. So again, please look at the Discord. We will be making some announcements about some of the challenges in terms of credentials. And there is, as I mentioned in the Discord chat a little bit earlier, a couple of days ago, there is one challenge that does have a very large download. So we will identify that one at the very beginning. So if you need some time to download that sample set, or excuse me, the assets for that challenge, you may want to start ahead of time and then do that so you can get to it a little bit later. So again, good luck, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see everyone tomorrow.